Why are we here? Tell me. You seem to know the answer. Everything's going jolly and dandy for you. You must know why we're here. You must know something we humans don't. Listening to some Trees of Eternity, and the girl singing has a British accent, and the way she says water gives me an emotional boner. Hello, my name is Kurt, and today I will be asking the philosopher's eternal question: why are we here? Well, I find the answer to be quite simple. We are here because we are here. That's it. Video's over. I can go. Just kidding. Let me elaborate a little bit. A lot of people ask this question. Philosophers have asked this for centuries. Why are we here? Why are we here? A lot of people say God or Allah or some supernatural being created us and this and that, but I mean, it's just simple. We are here because we are here. We popped out of our mother's womb and that's it. And we're experiencing the world for what it is. Everything around us, all that stuff. And there's a lot of theories. Oh, this is the Matrix. Oh, this isn't real. Oh, we have souls. We have this. We have that. Well, you want my personal opinion? We are still in the primitive stages of evolution. Human beings are still primitive. And you could say, oh, but we have all this technology, we have all this knowledge, we have all this understanding in science. Well, guess what? We still don't know like 5% of anything in the whole universe. You know, it's a great mystery. And it'll probably take another maybe 500 years or 1,000 years until we progress to the point where we actually do know something. Whether we could confirm that there is a God or there isn't or whatever. But for now, all we have is questions, you know. And these questions that people ask, why are we here? Why are we here? It could drive you to some very depressive stages because you contemplate, you sit and contemplate, and you're like, oh, what if we don't have souls? What if this is it? You know, I was thrown and tossed into this world. I didn't even choose to be here because, you know, my parents decided it would be a great idea and stuff like that. And then you're like, yeah, I'm tossed into this world. And then everybody expects me to be all perfect and to follow the ways of society and be something successful, when in reality, none of this means fucking anything because we all drop dead anyway. And then there's, you know, the theory of souls. Oh, we have a soul and this is all a reincarnation and this is all a learning cycle and this and that. There's so many theories, but I personally don't believe in any sort of God or supernatural kind of entity. I did have a lot of supernatural metaphysical experiences and all that stuff, but like I said, I'm a very skeptical person. Even if I experience something over and over again, like firsthand, I will kind of dismiss it as a delusion of mine or something, or I will not take anything for the absolute truth, ever. You know why? Because you can never be sure. You might experience ghosts like 75% of your life, but then science comes up with a theory that it's all just some kind of mental trickery or something, and then you spend your life living a lie, you know. So I do apologize for all the noise and the planes and all this stuff. I can't even keep my damn pipe lit because it's windy and all I have is this crappy freaking lighter. I need to get myself one of those fancy pipe lighters, but man, this is why I just like enjoy staying home sometimes, because being in the outside world gets kind of annoying sometimes. But yeah, why are we here? My answer is quite simple. We are here because we are here. That's it. There is really no explanation to it. You could sit and you could ponder and you could drive yourself utterly insane, but you will still not find the answer because we don't know. We can't be sure. I say my best advice to any philosopher is stay open-minded, question, investigate every theory, investigate every philosophy, investigate every religion. Find what works for you, you know, because all these religions have similar kind of theories, you know, a heaven and a hell, this and that. But, you know, I feel that it's getting on the topic of karma and sin and all this stuff too. Threefold law, these are all restrictions, I believe, you know, like If you don't believe in it, then you don't get any karma, because you're like, hey, I did it, so what? Like, I don't feel guilty. Karma, I think, is a religious explanation for guilt, or a heavy conscience. Sorry. That's pretty much it, you know? They say, oh, karma's bad because, yeah, the guilt will weigh heavy on you and it'll do some things. But if you're like a sociopath or a psychopath and you just slaughter a whole bunch of people, you don't feel anything, you don't mind, and you don't kind of feel any remorse, then what kind of karma is there? Are you saying that we should wait for that when you drop dead there's some kind of fucking, like, afterlife where you have to kind of pay for what you've done and all this stuff? To me, it's just fishy. I feel it's a technique to scare religious people away, because people are born and raised into believing these rules. If they don't believe the moral rules of society, you know, the laws like don't kill, don't steal, whatever, because you'll go in jail. If they're not afraid of jail, they could be afraid of God or some kind of karma or some kind of punishment. So that's why they don't go off slaughtering people. But I think it's just a control. It's just a method of controlling the population. That's it. Because, like I said, there is no freaking definite truth. The Bible and all these religions are man-made inventions. Why the hell did God send down his son to be crucified? Why couldn't God just drop a goddamn book from the heavens and be like, yes, this is the eternal law, blah, 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 blah? Why did humans have to write the Bible? You know what I mean? This is absolutely ridiculous. There is no... And even if there was a God, he would be a tyrannical son of a bitch. Excuse my language, but he is a tyrannical son of a bitch. There's all this suffering, all these problems. Like, think about it. If you were a creator, you would just make a whole bunch of living things and just toss them into a world and say, yeah, good luck. Evolve. Do what you have to do. And yeah, you know, pray to me and worship me while shit is still freaking chaotic, and I'll give you a good afterlife. It's hard for me to believe. So yeah, I don't believe in the whole theory of an afterlife. I believe that that's just something humans made up to make them feel comfortable, because they saw all these people dropping dead, like, you know, Friends and all this stuff, and they're like, you know, this is very kind of grim, you know. So they had to kind of make an explanation for that, you know, something to tell the kids, yeah, you know. You know, be a good person and you'll go to heaven. Or if you're bad, if you steal candy, whatever, you'll go to hell. Or like when their dog dies or their goldfish dies or whatever, they're like, oh yeah, don't worry, you know, they went to heaven. It's an explanation for the unknown. Who knows what happens when we drop dead? That's why I said there's no ultimate truth. All these religions are man-made, and I cannot accept any of them. And yeah, I may be picky at all. Oh, live by something. Well, I live by something. I'm enjoying my life. I'm sort of a philosopher. I take things for what they are. Yeah, I had supernatural experiences. Yeah, I practice metaphysical things. Why? Because they kind of work. I do not know how they work. You know, I have no idea how they work. You know, spells and all these things. Yeah, I could do them, and yeah, I get results, but how the fuck do they work? I don't know. And I will not sit here and explain it to you. I will not say, oh, I got some power from the god and the goddess or gods or whatever. I believe we have the power. We are the creators, you know? We are thrown down on this earth, you know? We could chop down some branches off a tree and then start a fire and stuff like that, and you know, it was a tree branch before, but now it's a burning, you know, fire. We are the creators. We have the energy. This is why people go to places of worship, because they say, oh, well, I feel the power of God, I feel the power of Krishna, this and that. What if all you're feeling is the residual energy from all the human beings there, gathering together, raising energy, human energy? This is what I feel like. I believe we are energetic beings, yes, I do, but I don't believe that there is any sort of metaphysical explanation. I believe everything is kind of energy. It's the same thing with a car. You turn it on, what does it need? It needs energy, it needs gasoline, it needs all these things to make it work. You know, electricity, all this stuff. And we are the same ways. You know, maybe our electricity is not technically, we don't necessarily need electricity flowing. Well, we have electrolytes, we have all these things within us. We are created from the earth around us. Stardust, all this stuff. So it's hard for me to say, oh yeah, God made us. I don't know. It's just hard for me to say, like, I have calcium in my bones and iron and freaking copper and all these minerals of the earth. And then you could say, oh yeah, you know, freaking God made Adam and Eve or whatever out of dirt or mud or something like that. Hard for me to believe. Hard for me to believe. Like I said, there would have been definite proof by now. We have been here fucking millions of years. Who knows how long, you know? So if there was a God, like, he would eventually kind of intervene and say, hi, I'm here. I'm your creator. Worship me or whatever. Why does a God even need worshiping? That's another thing. Like, think about it. Like, let's say I was a rock star or something like that, right? And people would praise me, oh yeah, such a great guitarist, such a great musician, whatever. But you don't need the praise. I don't need the praise. You know what I mean? Like, why is it necessary? Anyway, why are we here? We are here because we're here. It's as simple as that. So I'll leave you guys with that. Take it easy. Have a great day.